Designed from the ground up, the D'Addario Backline Gear Transport Pack is the ultimate solution for players on the move. With more than 8 specialized storage and transport compartments built right in, it makes getting everything to the gig painless and intuitive.
All right, Loud and Proud with Nick Lee of Moontooth. Nick, how you doing?
Good, Chris. Thanks, man. How are you?
Real good, man. If you're familiar with Moontooth, you probably caught a little bit of odd-out angles there. Nick, I know that you've been a long-time Vigier user, also a descendant from the Les Paul, clearly with style the guitar is there. Talk to me about how this became your number one. And
apart from just playing great, I mean, it's got everything I love about the Les Paul. It's got the weight, the style, the body style, the 2 humbuckers. But the Vigier, the biggest talking point I feel like is the no truss rod. So you have they call it the 90-10 split. It's 90% maple neck. This one has a rosewood fingerboard, but 90% maple neck, 10% carbon fiber. So there's no truss rod. There's no adjusting on the road. As soon as I set my intonation on these saddles here, like I'm good to go for many tours, and even if I'm sometimes, like, in addition to Moontooth, I also play in the band Riot, and so moving from standard tuning, slight adjustment of intonation, and good to go. Like, I never have to worry about the neck getting out of whack, on the road, going from like the trailer in Austin in July to an air-conditioned venue. It's like I'm good to go. I've put it under airplanes without detuning it and stuff like that when I've had to, and still in tune when I get to it's freezing cold, but still totally in tune. So I'm definitely pretty pragmatic with my choices and touring and stuff. It's like, what's going to take the abuse and still sound great and still stay in tune. And, the Vigiers are beyond capable of that. And they also take a beating really well, because I'm a little rough on guitars, and myself, and they get the best of the best shows and the worst of the worst shows at times. So, they're luckily, like, I can't break these. That's great. And, they're just like beautiful, beautiful guitars. They play so well. On all the little details, like Teflon nut that pops in and out. It's got like a little like male and female piece. So you just pop it out, pop a new one in when they get shitty, or if you're going to bigger, like a larger string size or smaller string size, they make them so it's just perfectly tight. And I think at one point this one took a spill and had a little dent in the nut, and I just pop it in, push a new one in, and I'm done. It's not like no gluing and setting and any of that stuff that I would not trust myself to do. Other than that, I mean, so I should probably talk about the colors. This is part of the rock art series that they did, which it's like a dip, and our first full-length record is called Chromaparagon. It's got like this kind of wild wolf head thing on it, and I think it was DJ's idea to ask Patrice Vigier, who's the master builder. He is, Vigier guitars. He's like, what if we took the colors from that record and did a rock art G.V. for you? Because I was still using the loaner, and this was going to be my first sort of Nick Lee guitar or whatever. So it was essentially, the G.V. rock, but with the rock art. And it's funny because if you look at that cover, the yellow is the least amount of color that is on it, but it just happened to, this is what I got, and it's super cool. I mean, the neck is especially came out amazing, so they basically just, you have some sort of vat of these colors, they dip the body and they dip the neck, and it's just how it comes out.
It kind of reminds me of like the Steve Vai has done that with like his gem stuff and of the Ibanez.
Yeah, totally. And I would never have guessed that I was going to play a really colorful guitar, but I couldn't say no to that opportunity to have like the album cover colors as a guitar. This area got like kind of, you can see this, got really beat up. It's kind of chipped, but it kind of was, the paint was getting kind of ruined. And I actually had my buddy Paul Motisi, who did the album cover to Crux. He found these colors and just made it even trippier, you know, which I was really, really stoked on. And then, so on the album Crux that we did, we worked with Mark Morton of Lamb of God and Machine. They did they kind of tag team the pre-production with us, and talking to Mark about guitars, and they brought up his DiMarzio Dominions at some point, and Machine had said like, yeah, that's like one of the best pickups I've ever heard. And he asked me, he was like, will you use two if I give them to you? And, you know, I was like, yeah, I will, for sure. And so I put those in this one, which I'll show you in a sec. But they came in yellow, so that also worked out really well for this guitar. And these are the Mark Morton Dominions. I've since started working officially with DiMarzio, and they've been very accommodating and cool to me as far as just giving me what I need and just little details on things of like just helping me out. But yeah, so these are the Mark Morton Dominions, and they just have like all the clarity I want, but all the bite I want. Plenty of like nice mids. It's not like I like high output passive pickups. You know, that's always just what I liked. And yeah, I mean, they just they sound amazing. It just gets everything I really want out of cleans and dirty sounds. And neck pickup has that great kind of woolly Les Paul-ish sound, but it's got its own thing too.